What was your reaction when you first found out you were going to be named president?
My reaction? I was really happy, that moment when you get the call and they say, we'd like to offer you to become the 9th president in the history of, for Utica College, and you just stop for a minute and just say, wow, and you think about, what that means, not just for you, but your family and the campus and the greater community. It was a really terrific moment for me, really terrific moment.
Talk a little bit about how it feels to be the first female president.
Feels great. One of the things that I like to do and like to be is a role model for other women, and to try to have them reach as high as they can, and to not let just not let obstacles that always kind of get in the way, not let them get in the way. I had a conversation with someone earlier today, and I said, no matter how you might feel discouraged, inside, know that, courage and guts and determination, all of that really does play a role. And so I'm kind of proof here that if you set your sights on something, that you can get there.
When your presidency becomes effective on August 1st, what's the first thing you want to do? The first thing you hope to do for the college?
Well, I really want to, I'd really like to start a strategic planning process, but before we do that, I'd like to do a little bit of a listening tour, which, I'm fortunate because I'm here that I can start some of that work before August 1st. But I think it's really important for me to look at this campus and look at the Utica College community with a different set of eyes, kind of with a new set of eyes, and to talk to students and to talk to staff and to talk to faculty about, the things that they're working on, the things that keep them up at night, the things that they dream about. And those are not opportunities that I have had in my current role. So I'm really looking forward to getting to know people here on a more personal and professional level.
What would you say is a major priority of yours?
I would say two things. Continued work on affordability, because affordability for students means a lot to me. And it means a lot to me because I paid for my own college education, so that means a great deal to me. And making sure that students leave here without enormous burden in terms of student loan debts. That's number one. Number two is I want to make sure that the students that start here, that the majority of them finish here. So you're going to hear me talk a lot about affordability and about completion.
What does Utica College mean to you?
Oh, you're going to make me cry or something. Someone said to me, "Oh, are you going to get all emotional like President Hutton does, when he's at events and things?" And to be honest with you, I probably will. So Utica College means so much to me. It has it's transformed my own children. So my two kids who are graduates here, one in 2010 and one in 2013. I've seen what the college has done for them. My stepdaughter was a graduate of our first class of the transitional doctorate of physical therapy. So she's the first doctor in the family. I'll be the second doctor in the family. And my nephew just graduated last year from the OT program with a master's in OT. So I know firsthand, right, what our incredible faculty do in the classroom, because I've seen it with my own kids. And so the transforming of lives, right? What we do with students, the way we care about students. I mean, education is one of the most powerful things in the world, and we do a great job of it. So I love this place, and that's why I did it.
Is there anything that you're eager to change once you become official president of Utica College?
That's a great question, because I was asked that today at the press conference, right? And I said to the reporters, "You can't ask me that when President Hutton's in the room, right? You can't do that to me." I don't have anything right off the top of my head that says, "Oh, I'm going to change that." I happen to think the college is going in a very good direction. I want to bring some discipline and focus to where we're headed, and I want to listen. I want to find out what's going on, and then if I think there's anything that needs to change, I'll work with the campus community on making those changes. But I don't want to get ahead of myself.
How do you think your experience as a bank president will help you in your role as a college president?
Two ways. I think one, the most obvious is the financial expertise, although finance for colleges and universities is very different than finances for a bank. But I have the financial expertise that will help a lot. And then the relationships that I solidified as a bank president, they're still there today, and they continue to be strengthened. So I'll be building on top of that. It also helps me with lobbying efforts, because of the connections I've made with our political representatives and elected officials. So that's pretty much how I'll be using that.
How do you plan to engage with the students and faculty of Utica College?
Well, with the faculty, when I go on my kind of listening tour, my hope is that I get to meet with each and every one of them, and to find out, for instance, how I can help advance scholarship here. I mean, one of the things that a president does, one of their primary responsibilities, is to fundraise in order to make sure that the strategic priorities that you develop in a plan, that you can actually make them happen, right? Those things have to be funded. So I think I need to get out there and to talk to faculty about, what does scholarship mean in each of their disciplines, right? What are the 5 to 10 key attributes that they can tell me about scholarship in their discipline, and could we maybe fund more professorships? Could we find ways to increase faculty development? So those are the things that I need to do on the faculty end. For students, I think I really need to be visible. I think that's important. So attending, games, choir performances, play performances, dinners, events that students put on, but not just for things that are planned. I need to pop in once in a while. I need to make sure I'm having lunch in the dining hall, or my husband and I come and have dinner in the dining hall every once in a while, and to find out what's happening with students. I will commit after August 1st to having some office hours that I'm going to dedicate to students, so that students know that there's a block of time in my calendar every couple of weeks where they can pop in and without an appointment and talk to me.
How long do you plan on being president?
Well, we have a capital campaign that we need to do. So if that capital campaign started in, say, 2 years or 3 years, it'll take 7 years to finish a capital campaign. So I'm committed to seeing us through a capital campaign. So I'm going to say I'm around for 8 to 10 years.
Okay, last one. What are you most looking forward to about this opportunity?
One of the things that I'm really looking forward to with this opportunity is to unite this campus around efforts to increase retention and completion with our students, and to work with the faculty to invest in the things that are really important to us, and just to make my own stamp, my own difference. I can't wait. I can't wait to get started.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, Rashida.